Good morning, children. Welcome to today's section. Children, in our last lecture video, we were discussed how to connect a program with our database by using MySQL connectivity. See here, I am explaining how to use the parameterized query. See, when we pass values to query to perform dynamic search, like when we want to search for any employee number entered during runtime or to search any other column values. Okay, now we have one database and we want to search any employee number or you want to search any other values, we need to pass the values to the query. Okay, so to create parameters query, we can use various methods like concatenating dynamic variable to query in which values are entered. Okay, there are three methods. First one is concatenating dynamic variable to query in which values are entered. Second one, string template with the percentage formatting. And third one, string template with this brace and format function. Okay, these are the three methods to pass variables to a query. Okay, so the first one. See, this is a table that we are working with. Okay, this table we have already discussed in the last lecture video. Here we have 4 columns: employee number, employee name, department and salary. Okay, and 5 records we entered here. Okay, so here we have one example to show how to concatenate variable with query. Okay, as we discussed in the last lecture video, first import mysql.connector as mys. Then mycon is equal to mys.connect, host is equal to localhost, user equal to root, password equal to admin, database equal to company. Then mycursor is equal to mycon.cursor. So mycon is a connect object, mycursor is a cursor object. Then E is a variable that reads enter employee number to search. Okay, so the employee number you can read into the variable E. Then query is equal to select star from emp verb employee number is equal to plus stre. Okay, so here the value or the variable will be converted into str, then the plus symbol is to concatenate. So this value will be concatenate with this query. Okay, this variable is concatenate with this query. So the final meaning is select star from emp where emp number is equal to here this number. Okay, then mycursor.execute query. So it will execute the query and data is equal to mycursor.fetch1. Fetch1 will read only one record at a time. Then it will check whether data is none or not. Okay, if it is not none, then print the reader data. Otherwise, else condition will execute and print no such employee number. Okay, so let's check what will be the output. See here, enter employee number to search. Here we enter the input as 1. So here select star from emp where emp number is equal to 1. Okay, so this number will be concatenate with this query and you will get the first record, that is 1 Amit sales 25,000. Okay, see another one, enter employee number to search. Here we enter the value as 6, but there is no 6th record, that's why it will print no such employee number. Okay, so this is the example to show how to concatenate a variable with query. Okay, children. The next one, string template with the percentages formatting. Okay, this percentages formatting is an old style of method. Okay, it's an old style. In this method, we will use percentage s in place of values to substitute and then pass the value for that place. Okay, instead of values, you can use percentages. Okay, then you can substitute this percentage s with your values. See the example. First import mysql.connector as mys. Then mycon is the connectivity object. Then mycursor is a cursor object. Then E, you can read the number. Then query is equal to select star from emp where emp number is equal to percentage yes. Okay, so here this one you can substitute with the variable E. Okay, so E is the number that we read from the user. So this one is equal to percentage S means this percentage L will substitute with the variable or the variable E. Okay, see, when this A is a string variable, then you have to give in between single quotes. Then my cursor dot execute query, then data is equal to my cursor dot fetch one. Fetch one will read only one record at a time. Then if data not equal to none, then it will print the data. Otherwise, else statement will execute, then print sorry, no such employee number. So here, by running this program, first we entered input is 1. Okay, then it will read the first record, that is 1 Amit sales 25,000. Then enter employee number to search, then we enter employee number as 6, then sorry, no such employee number. Okay, the same thing we execute now, but the difference is that instead of using this concatenating operator, here we are using percentage S. Okay, and this percentage S will be substituted by this variable E. Okay, the next one, string template with the percentage S formatting. Okay, same one more example. Here, import MySQL connector as MYS, then mycon, connect object, then my cursor object, then D and S. We are declaring two variables D and S, where D is equal to input, enter department to search, and S is equal to int input, enter value to start salary search. Okay, so first one, department you can read into D, and the salary you can read into the variable S. Then query, select star from EMP, where department is equal to percentage S. Okay, see here you can see the percentage S is given in between single quotes, and salary is equal to percentage S. Okay, then here percentage D comma S, word D. Okay, first D. This D will be here, the first percentage S will be substituted by this D, and the second percentage S will be substituted by the variable S. After each variable, you can put comma. Okay, children. So here percentage S is a string, that's why here we are giving in between single quotes. Then my cursor dot execute query, then data is equal to my cursor dot fetch all. Fetch all means it will read all the records from your database. Then NREC, that is number of record, is equal to my cursor dot row count. Row count will count how many records you read from your database. Then print total records fetched are NREC. If NREC not equal to 0, then by using a for loop, you can print each record. That is for row in data, print row. Otherwise, print sorry, no such employee. So this is our database, and see what will be the output. So first enter department to search, here we are giving IT. Okay, then enter value to start salary search. Here we are giving 50,000. Then total record to fetch are 2. Okay, see here IT department. Here we have 2 records for IT department. Okay, the first one shows 60,000. Second one shows 3,50,000. Okay, then total records fetched 2. Then we print the reader records. Okay, next one more example. Here IT, then enter value to start salary search 70,000. Then title records fetched are 1. Then third one, okay, 3, Surendra IT 35,000 will be 3,50,000 is printed here. Okay, here salary, the condition is salary greater than equal to percentage is, that's why. Okay, here 50,000, that's why 2 records is printed. Here the amount is 70,000, that's why only 1 record printed here. Okay, one more. Output department IT, the enter value to start salary search 5 lakh we given. So the total record fetched are 0, and sorry, no such employee. Okay, children. Now I believe you understood how the program is working. If it's not clear, please watch the video once again. Okay, if anyone have any doubt, clear your doubts in the live section. Let's move with the next topic. string template with this brace and format. See, in this method, in place of %s, we will use braces, and to pass values for this placeholder, format is used. Okay, to pass values for this placeholder, you can use the format. Inside, we can optionally give 0, 1, 2 values. For example, within braces 0, 1. But it's not mandatory. Okay, we can also optionally pass named parameters inside this braces so that while passing values through format function, we need not to remember the order of values to pass. Okay, that is, no need to give the the number 0, 1. Okay, instead of using this 0, 1, you can write roll number, name, etc. Then you can choose any order. Okay, children. So let's check one example. See here, import mysql.connector as mys, then mycon object, connectivity object and cursor object. Then is equal to int input enter employee number. Then query is equal to select star from emp, where emp number is equal to the braces. Okay. Then the bracket, not the bracket, the quotation is closed here. Then dot, then format e. See here the format function send one argument e, where e is a employee number we read from the user. Then my cursor.execute query, data is equal to my cursor.fetch1. So it will read only one record at a time. Then it will say whether data is none or not. If it is not none, print data. Otherwise, else statement will execute and print no such employee number. Okay. See here, you can see the braces instead of this %s. Okay. After this, you can close the quotation, then dot, then format e. Okay. Within this format function, you can pass the argument. So here, the output enter employee number 1. So 1 means sales 25,000. The first record is printed here. Then one more output enter employee number 8. So there is no such employee number. Okay, that message will be printed here. Okay, children. See one more example. Import mysql.connector as mys. Okay, here mycon object, then my cursor object. Here d is equal to input enter department, s is equal to int input enter salary, query is equal to select star from AMP, where department is equal to DEPT. Okay, within these curly braces, you can see the department, and salary greater than equal to, in the curly braces, we can give salary. Okay, quotation closed, dot, then format, salary is equal to S, department is equal to D. Okay, so for this DEPT, okay, here DEPT is equal to D. Okay, this D value we already read into the variable D, and the salary is equal to S. Okay, so by using this, you can give the names. Okay, the variable names you can give instead of the 0, 1, 2, etc. or the empty braces. Then you can give these values in any order. Okay, whatever the order you given within bracket, the substitution will be given as per the instruction. That is here department is equal to. That's why here DEPT. Okay, so it will be substituted by the variable D. Then my cursor.execute query, data is equal to my cursor.fetch all. The NR is equal to my cursor.row count. So it will count number of records. Then print the total records fetched are NREC. The NREC not equal to 0, then you can print each record. Otherwise print no such employee number. Okay, so this is our output. Here department HR, then enter salary 50,000. So for HR, here you can see to record 50,000 and 56,000. So here 2 records we printed. Then when we enter department HR, then salary 55,000. Okay, condition is greater than equal to salary. That's why only 1 record fetched here. Here same department HR and the ended salary is 60,000. So total records fetched are 0. So no such employee number. Okay, children. Then our next topic is how to insert data in MySQL table from Python. So the insert and update operation are executed in the same way we execute select query using execute. But one thing to remember, after executing insert or update query, we must commit our query using connection object with the command commit. Okay. For example, if our connection object name is mycon, then you can write down mycon.commit. So this is the instruction to commit. Okay. See, let's check one example. To insert data, first we can import MySQL connected as MYS. Then mycon is equal to MYS.connect object. Then mycursor is a cursor object. Then print welcome to employee data entry. Then and is equal to y. While and is equal to y, ENO, okay, employee number is equal to int input enter employee number. The employee name can read into the variable NM. Department can read into DP. Salary can read into a variable S. Okay. So here we have 4 variables ENO, NM, DP, S for employee number, name, department and salary. Then the query is equal to insert into EMP values 0, 1, 2, 3. All are given in between curly braces. Then bracket closed, quotation closed, dot format ENO, NM, DP, S. Okay. So when executing this statement, here 0 will be replaced by ENO, 1 will be replaced by NM, 2 will be replaced by DP and 3 will be replaced by S. Okay, so this is a tuple. In this tuple, whatever the order you given here, the same order will be follow here. Okay, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. Same order is follows. So my cursor.execute query, mycon.commit. Okay, so after executing this query, you can write down mycon.commit. Then print record saved. ANSI is equal to input, add more. Okay, based on this condition, it will execute again and again. So this is our output. Welcome to employee data entry. Employee number as 6, name is equal to Akshay. Then department is equal to marketing. Then salary is equal to 90,000. Okay, after giving all the instruction, it will ask record saved, then add more. Okay, when you give this y, you can again enter one more details like this. Then again ask add more, then we give no. Okay, so after giving this, it will execute the all the records from the database. So now we have 7 records in our database. Okay, in the previous database is here. In this here, 5 records. Okay, when we add 2 more records, then the database will be here 7 records. Okay, it contains 7 records. See the another example to update a record. See the same instruction import, then mycon, mycursor, cursor object created, connection object created, after that cursor object created, then print welcome to employee update screen, then employee number can read into ENO, then query is equal to, okay, now we want to read only one variable, okay, which record you want to update, only that record you need to read from the user. That's why here we have only one variable ENO. Then query is equal to select star from EMP, where EMP number is equal to this curly braces. Then quotation closed comma, format ENO. So this is the argument to this function format. Okay, so that will be substituted here in this curly braces. That is here, where EMP number is equal to whatever the number you given here, that will be substituted here. Then my cursor.execute query. Then data is equal to my cursor.fetch1. Okay. Based on this query, you can read only one record. Then it will check if it is none or not. Okay. If the data is none, then print the record found. Then details are, if data is not none, then print the record found, details are. Okay. Then print data. Then ANSI is equal to input. Are you sure to update salary? Okay, if the answer is Y, then you can read salary into yes. Then query update EMP set salary is equal to this curly braces, where EMP number is equal to curly braces. Okay, from the we are sending two variables s and eno. Okay, when executing this statement, first curly brace will be substituted by this s, second curly brace will be substituted by eno. So our final statement like update emp, set salary is equal to yes, where emp number is equal to eno. Okay, see here the instruction is update. Okay, then my cursor dot execute query. Okay, then mycon.commit. After updating our record, you can write on mycon.commit, then print record updated. Okay, if data is equal to none, then print sorry no such employees or employee number exists. So this is the output. First the welcome screen will print welcome to employee update screen. The employee number we given here 1. The record form details are, then the first record will be displayed. Then it will ask are you sure to update salary. When we give this yes, then it will ask for salary, then that record is updated. Okay, again it will ask, then you can update one more record. Here you can update one more record. Okay, here employee number 6. Okay, so 6 record details Akshay marketing 90,000. Are you sure to update salary? Yes, then enter new salary 95,000. Then record updated. Okay, see this is the previous database. Here we updating record 1, then 6, 1, 1, 6. Okay, so now you can see the changes in this database. See here Akshay marketing 95,000. Here Akshay marketing 90,000. Okay, so we update the salary scale. Okay, children. So these are the topics included in this MySQL connectivity. Okay, how to connect this Python program with our MySQL. Okay, children. So now I believe you all understood how to use this program to connect with your database. Anyone have any doubt? Please note down your doubts and clear your doubts in the live section. Okay, so now our all chapters are over. The complete portion is over. Then on next lecture video, I will explain the record programs and also sample question paper will discuss on next week. Okay, children. So please note down your doubts. Okay, that we can discuss in our live section. Okay, then see you again. Till then, bye. Thank you.